To introduce the Emmys Comedy Awards, please welcome an Emmy winner and multiple nominee tonight, Ben Stiller.
Comedy. Since the birth of television, comedy and TV have been inseparable. You can't look at the history of television without chronicling the brilliant comedians who've defined the medium. People like George Burns, whose show broke the fourth wall and made us all laugh whenever he talked to Gracie.
Say goodnight, Gracie.
The 1950s belonged to the inimitable Lucille Ball, whose hijinks with Ricky as she constantly tried to get into showbiz made her the biggest star on TV. Lucy and Ricky ushered in the age of the situation comedy, perfected in the 70s with hits like All in the Family, The Mary Tyler Moore Show, and the wholesome genius of Bob Newhart. But what would Bob think today if he could see how the rules have changed? Imagine his surprise if he saw some of tonight's nominees, like Fleabag, a comedy about a sex addict, or Barry, a funny show about a cold-blooded killer.
Ben, I'm still alive.
Yeah, no, I knew that.
No, I don't think so. You put me with George and Lucy in this weird wax museum of comedy.
No. It's more like, it's like legends of, comedy that are alive, dead, all different types of legends.
Well, this legend is going to kick your ass. That way you'll know I'm alive.
Sorry. I thought you didn't curse.
You thought I was dead. What are you going to do now?
I was going to give out the first award for supporting actor in a comedy series.
Are they all alive?
I think so. Here are the nominees. Anthony Carrigan, Barry.
How long until they become like actual anime? Like 2, 3 hours?
Stephen Root, Barry.
What are you?
Henry Winkler, Barry.
I will always be there for you. As long as I'm out of here in 7 minutes.
Alan Arkin, The Kaminsky Method.
Please don't sugarcoat it. I'm a grown man.
I'm not sugarcoating. I'm lying.
Tony Shalhoub, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
I will punch you right in the nose. It won't hurt. I'm not strong. But at the very least, you will be embarrassed that you got punched in the nose by a not strong mathematician.
Tony Hale, Veep.
Do you read that, Ben?
I mean, it sounds like I'm shouting from a balcony in Munich.
Like a Vita. Did I have the envelope? Thank you.
I hated you, by the way, in Tropic Thunder.
And the Emmy goes to Tony Shalhoub.
Stack up Tony Shalhoub's Emmy statues and you get 62 inches, the height of the incomparable Miss Rita Moreno. 4th Emmy for Tony Shalhoub.
Thanks. This is great. Truth be told, I'm in a bit of a quandary. Like many of you, I am not a fan of those endless lists that award recipients drag out and, with the names and the thanks and the thanks and the names. But in the case of Maisel, there's no help for it. It truly does. It takes a village. Okay, just deal with it. My thanks to our show's creators, Amy Sherman Palladino and Daniel Palladino. Our executive producers, the illustrious husband and wife team of Amy and Dan Palladino. Our amazing writers led by Amy, oh God, I can barely read my own handwriting. Oh yeah, Amy Sherman Palladino and her writing partner, Danny or Donnie. Is it Donnie or Danny? Doesn't matter, you know who you are. And of course, our directors, Dan and Amy Palladino. Yikes, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And on a personal note, just a special shout out to my dear friends, Amy and Dan, for their love and support. Thank you.